Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's story is about a kid named Daniel, and it's a wild one. Daniel wasn't exactly the most popular kid in school. In fact, he was the target of a lot of jokes. He was always getting picked on, and it seemed like everyone, even some of the teachers, thought he was a total loser. But what they didn't know was that Daniel had a secret weapon: his mind. Daniel's life was a series of embarrassing moments. In class, he'd get called out for not knowing the answers, and the other kids would laugh. Mr. Thompson, his history teacher, would often use Daniel as a cautionary tale. "Daniel, perhaps if you paid attention, you'd know the answer," he'd say, his voice dripping with sarcasm. The other students would snicker, their eyes fixed on Daniel, who'd shrink in his seat, his face burning with shame. At lunch, his friends would make fun of his clothes or the way he ate. At the school walkway, as he walked to class, a group of jocks would jeer, tossing a crumpled paper ball at his head. "Hey, loser!" Laughter would erupt, echoing through the lockers. During a particularly difficult math test, as Daniel struggled with a problem, the girl next to him, Jessica, would lean over and whisper, "You're going to fail, aren't you?" Her words, laced with a mixture of pity and disdain, cut deeper than any physical blow. He was constantly being put down, and it really started to take a toll on his confidence. He started to believe he was a failure. One day, Daniel decided he'd had enough. He realized that the opinions of others didn't define him. He began to focus on his strengths, his passions. He started learning new skills, experimenting with ideas. Daniel stumbled upon the world of coding. He was fascinated by how you could create something from nothing with just a few lines of code. He started spending all his free time learning, and he quickly realized he had a knack for it. He started building his own websites and apps, and slowly, he began to see a glimmer of hope. Daniel's skills grew, and he started to create some amazing things. He launched a few apps that went viral, and suddenly, he was making money. He started his own company, hired a team, and his success grew exponentially. He became a millionaire before he even graduated high school. Daniel forgot the people who had put him down, but instead of getting revenge, he decided to prove them wrong. He used his success to give back to his community, offering scholarships and mentorship to kids who were struggling. He showed everyone that anything is possible if you believe in yourself and never give up.